So as the title says, we're going to talk about 9 Decepticons that should be in the Studio Series 86. Now, the list is going to be weird because some of them are probably going to be like, huh? What you mean? Well, let's put it this way. Everyone that I have pictured here were in the movie, had a significant role in the movie. Not just a standing in the background role like the Coneheads, but they actually, or at least, in a sense where you don't really need them, but certain characters do need them, and I think we're missing them. So it's going to be amongst them, Thundercracker Skywarp, the Insecticons, which is 3, of course, Bombshell, Kickback, and Shrapnel. Then we have, of course, the Triple Changers, Blitzwing and AST Train. And then we have the final 2, which is Soundwave and Cyclonus, because they really do need to be, they need it the most. Because I don't think they're ever going to really retool the Triple Changers. But I'm going to talk about the Triple Changers in particular when we get there, how I really feel. So Thundercracker and Skywarp are in the movie, though they're not really seen until certain parts of the battle, but they are seen being escorted off the ship, as well as being transformed into Scourge and, either for some people for Skywarp, either the minion of, or the Armada of Cyclonis, or the actual Cyclonus, which some people say is Bombshell. And I'm just going to leave it at that. They could do a battle damage version of them, or they could do a more G1 paint style and just put it on the 86. So meaning we can actually get a lilac color of the purple parts on Skywarp, and maybe get a more G1 blue, cartoon blue on Thundercracker. I can do a whole story on Thundercrackers, because boy, back in the Chug days, whoo, that was something else. Now on to the Insecticons, and we all know who all they are. It's of course Kickback, then Bombshell, and Shrapnel. I always kind of interchange the leader of the group, but I always look at Shrapnel as being the de facto leader of the group. But anyway, they have significant scenes in the movie where they basically chomp on the base. They're also seen in the dead scene where they're being kicked out of AST Train. I don't necessarily want to see a battle damage, but I would love to see a more G1S paint job on them, mainly. And they do need that. It's some things, that aren't quite right about them. So I would love to see them kind of give them, like, maybe sell them as a trio with a better paint job. I don't say that the paint job is bad for the Insecticons. Heck, I got all 3 of them. I look at them. I love them. But I want to see that more, not that amber colored chest, but more of that yellow, flat color with the better, like that different purple and that kind of bluish purple. And maybe give a little bit of chrome instead of trying to, that 2-tone on Bombshell just throws me off. Or maybe they can do some battle damage. Either way, they need to come back in the Studio Series 86. Now it's going to get a little longer. We're going to talk about Blitzwing and AST Train. Now I know that they're coming out in the Dramatic Capture set, but I have to say that I would love to see a Studio Series version of these. Now, hear me out on this. Since we got a little bit retooling of Springer, maybe we can get a retooling of these guys. But I doubt it, because the same guys that retooled Springer weren't the same guys that created the Siege Springer. So Studio Series 86 Springer is not, it's not like they designed it. And I know the designers are very, they want to put their stamp on a lot of what's going on. But the paint job that the Dramatic Capture set has for the Blitzwing, I don't really think you could do any more of that. That is very G1. But let's talk about AST Train. I did go back and look at the cartoon, and no, even the Dramatic Capture bridge set is not right. And I think Studio Series 86 will do it better, because it should be darker gray, but he should have a lot more purple in the wings, kind of like the E-Hobby release that was supposed to match the animation, but it's a little more of a pinkish purple. If they can get that purple just right, because underside of AST Train is very purple, that would work dramatically. The paint job on the Dramatic bridge set is not quite right. So I would say Studio Series 86, even if they don't get retooled, I would just love to see them get like that very close to the animation of the movie paint job. Now on the Soundwave has been rumored to have been in Studio 86. I reported on that a few weeks ago, back in 2022, the designers wanted to match the size of Blaster with him because Blaster is larger than him. And I know some people say, well, it doesn't matter. This is what the designer said. I don't care what you guys say. I'm going by what the designer said. They wanted to do that because, and actually it was a twofold thing, to match the size of Blaster. And also at the time, they had Walmart had that license or whatever they had over the Soundwave mold where they couldn't use it exactly as intended until now. The bridge set does give you a great paint job, though I messed up the face and may have to actually buy another bridge set for other reasons, and I still might, but not now. But definitely, we do need a new Soundwave. The fact that he came out of Legacy United is really kind of sad because he's in the movie, and they said they wanted to do all of them in Studio Series 86. So, and of course, finally, Cyclonus. And Cyclonus does need to be done in the Studio 86 colors for the movie. The gray, because the yellowing is showing. If you see in the picture I took of all my toys, it just he needs it. Now, will they retool? No, I think Cyclonus is pretty good. I still don't like the legs because there's no rhyme or reason on how they should be set. And it does, if you try to set it to where it should fit, it does give him a really odd proportion. I would say if they can do the legs over, the legs just seem incomplete. The paint job with that, which calls for him to have the lilac, but also to have that similar off bluish purple paint job is good. The Kingdom version does capture a lot of him, but it still is not like the G1 cartoon. So he does need that. He needs a lot. He needs to just get that better paint job. But overall, these Decepticons should be in Studio Series 86. As stated by the designers, they want to do all of the characters, and I'm thinking it's the major characters are the ones that had some type of screen time that's memorable, other than just what you think, the ones that we know. Because, Blitzwing shows up twice in the beginning, and then in that part where he dodges Optimus Prime, and that was significant because remember in the series, he almost near the end, he seemed like he was going to become an Autobot. So that's something I wouldn't mind seeing. And like I said before, Astro Train, the dramatic capture set is that's not how he should look. He needs more purple. So that still stand kind of with the Siege, Earthrise version, but mine has a little bit of yellowing happening too. So I would love to see them do these redecals. What are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments below. Did I miss anybody? Do I need to add anybody? Maybe Shockwave, but that's another video I'll talk about for another day. Super Robot Ed, bringing more news reviews to them. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.